Port Charles has survived mob wars, shocking betrayals, and family secrets buried for decades. But now, one of General Hospital's most dangerous villains is officially gone. The character who left chaos in their wake has wrapped their run, and the fallout could be bigger than anyone expected. But that was only the beginning. For years, this villain operated in the shadows, manipulating friends, enemies, and even family members. Every move seemed carefully planned. Every smile hid another agenda. Fans watched as lives were destroyed and alliances shattered. Yet nobody imagined the story would end quite like this. And the first clue changed everything. Behind the scenes, whispers started spreading. Viewers noticed unusual story shifts. Certain confrontations felt final. Long-running feuds suddenly reached emotional breaking points. Was the show preparing for something massive? Or were fans reading too much into the signs? The answer was hiding in plain sight. Then came the confirmation many suspected but few truly believed. The villain's journey in Port Charles was ending. For some viewers it was shocking. For others it felt overdue. Either way, the news sent waves through the General Hospital community. And the reaction was immediate. If you're enjoying this deep dive into Port Charles drama, take a second to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts below. Do you think this villain deserved a better ending? Or was justice finally served? Because the next detail changes the entire story. As news spread across the fandom, emotions exploded. Some celebrated the departure. Others mourned the loss of a character they loved to hate. After all, great villains don't just create problems. They create unforgettable television. But one hidden factor made this exit far more complicated. Writers had spent months building tension around the character. Relationships became strained. Trust vanished. Former allies started questioning every conversation and every promise. Who could anyone really believe anymore? The atmosphere felt dangerous. Then a stunning twist emerged. The first major twist wasn't the exit itself. It was how deeply connected the villain remained to ongoing storylines. Even while preparing to leave, their influence stretched across multiple families and secrets. Their departure wasn't closing a chapter. It was opening several new ones. And that terrified everyone. Characters who once feared this villain suddenly faced a strange new reality. What happens when the person pulling the strings disappears? Does peace finally arrive? Or does the damage continue long after they're gone? Nobody had an answer. Then another surprise surfaced. Old enemies began revisiting painful memories. Betrayals that seemed forgotten returned to the spotlight. Long-buried wounds reopened. The villain may have been leaving town, but emotionally, they remained everywhere. Every conversation carried traces of their actions. That's when things became personal. The second major twist arrived unexpectedly. Instead of focusing solely on punishment, the story explored consequences. Victims confronted their trauma. Families struggled to rebuild trust. The spotlight shifted from revenge to survival. And viewers suddenly saw a completely different side of the drama. For many fans, that change made the exit more powerful. Rather than ending with a simple goodbye, the storyline forced characters to face difficult truths. Some accepted responsibility. Others refused. Was redemption possible for anyone involved? The answer wasn't what people expected. Meanwhile, rumors started spreading about what really happened behind the scenes. Speculation grew louder. Was this exit planned from the beginning? Did creative decisions evolve over time? Fans searched for clues everywhere. But the mystery only deepened. As the final episodes approached, tension reached extraordinary levels. Every glance felt meaningful. Every confrontation seemed loaded with hidden messages. Viewers knew something significant was coming. They just couldn't predict how dramatic it would become. Then came the turning point. The villain faced a moment nobody could avoid. Years of manipulation finally caught up with them. Secrets once protected by fear suddenly became impossible to contain. Walls began collapsing from every direction. And there was nowhere left to hide. The third major twist stunned audiences. Instead of a predictable downfall, the story introduced emotional complexity. The villain wasn't simply a monster. Fragments of vulnerability appeared. Regret surfaced where nobody expected it. Suddenly, viewers were questioning everything they thought they knew. That shift created intense debate among fans. Should sympathy be offered to someone responsible for so much pain? Could past suffering excuse present actions? These questions fueled endless discussion. Yet an even bigger revelation waited just around the corner. As the climax approached, relationships throughout Port Charles stood on unstable ground. Allies became rivals. Rivals found common ground. Unexpected partnerships formed under pressure. The villain's departure acted like a shockwave, changing everyone it touched. Then the truth finally emerged. The mind-blowing revelation wasn't about where the villain was going. It was about what they left behind. Hidden consequences, unfinished business, and dangerous secrets remained active long after the exit. The character may have disappeared from center stage, but their legacy was still moving pieces across the board, and nobody was prepared for it. In the aftermath, Port Charles looked different. Familiar faces carried new scars. Old conflicts evolved into fresh battles. The absence of one villain created opportunities for others. Power vacuums rarely stay empty for long. That's when a chilling possibility appeared. What if this exit isn't the ending fans think it is? What if the villain's influence continues shaping events from a distance? In soap operas, departures are rarely simple, and surprises often arrive when least expected. Has Port Charles truly seen the last of this wicked figure? Or is an even darker chapter waiting just ahead?